On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Mythology.
A collection of myths equals traditional stories accepted as history, or the study of myths.
Examples:
Tale from mythology. Ancient mythology. He studies Greek and Roman mythology.
Ancient.
Relating to the long ago, particularly the historical period preceding the fall of the Western Roman Empire, very old.
Examples:
Pre-Christian ancient. Ancient stories. They have been living near water since ancient times.
Soar.
To fly or rise very high or to a great height, often with great grace or ease.
Examples:
Soar in popularity. Soar to new heights. The bird soared through the sky, and its wings spread wide.
Wax.
A substance that is solid at room temperature but becomes softer and more pliable when heated, often used in the production of candles, polishes, and cosmetics. Verb, to become large.
Examples:
Wax finish. Wax and wane. He sealed the letter with a wax seal.
Defy.
To challenge or dare someone to do something, to resist or disobey a rule, decision, etc.
Examples:
Defy gravity. Defy authority. She tried to defy her parents by moving to the city against their wishes.
Ignore.
To intentionally not listen or pay attention to.
Examples:
Ignore her advice. Ignore a ban. Since independence, the area has been completely ignored.
Warn.
To make someone aware of potential danger or difficulty, particularly one that may occur in the future.
Examples:
Warn a reckless driver. Warned me of the plan. I attempted to warn him, but he ignored me.
Witness.
A person who sees something happen, especially a crime or an accident.
Examples:
Witness of the car accident. A material witness. The manufacturing industry is witnessing fierce competition.
Peer.
A person who has the same age, status, or ability.
Examples:
Peer group. Peer review. Among young people, peer pressure can be pretty influential.
Separate.
To force, take, or pull apart, mark as different.
Examples:
Separate video into chapter. Separate cream from milk. We need to separate the aspect of his personality from the part of his competence when making an investment decision.
Absolute.
Perfect or complete, or to the most considerable degree possible.
Examples:
absolute loyalty, an absolute must. Gandhi had an absolute zeal for nonviolence.
Punishment.
A penalty or consequence inflicted for wrongdoing or offense, a means of enforcing discipline or preventing further wrongdoing.
Examples:
punishment for a crime, humiliating punishment. The judge gave severe punishment to the criminal who committed the heinous crime.
Mortal.
Subject to death, unrelenting and deadly.
Examples:
a mortal combat, this mortal life. All humans are mortal and will eventually die.
Attempt.
An act or effort of trying to do something, especially something difficult.
Examples:
the attempt to rescue the hostages. A reckless attempt. The third attempt was far more successful.
Severe.
Extremely serious or bad in feeling, manner, or strict and harsh, extremely strong or vigorous.
Examples:
severe heat. A severe case of pneumonia. The senator received severe criticism from his opponent.
Regard.
To think about or consider somebody or something in a specified way.
Examples:
regard him as an enemy. Regard the situation as unfortunate. Frugality and industry are still regarded as virtues.
Genius.
Someone who has exceptional intellectual ability and originality.
Examples:
a person of genius. A genius for music. Mozart was a musical genius.
Invention.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation, the act of inventing.
Examples:
the invention of new techniques. Common invention. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Craftsman.
A skilled worker who creates handmade objects, especially one who works with wood, metal, or other materials.
Examples:
craftsman skill. A subtle craftsman. The adept craftsman carefully carved the wooden figurine with precision and skill.
Sculptor.
An artist who creates sculptures, three-dimensional objects, or forms.
Examples:
sculptor studio. Renowned sculptor. The famous sculptor used various tools to carve the marble into the desired shape.
Homeland.
A place regarded as one's native country or where one belongs.
Examples:
beloved homeland. Homeland pride. I miss my homeland and the familiar sights, sounds, and smells.
Carpenter.
A woodworker whose job is to make or repair wooden objects.
Examples:
A short carpenter nail. An apprentice carpenter. Carpenter bees are boring holes into the wall.
Bathhouse.
A public establishment where people can take baths or showers, often including other amenities such as saunas, steam rooms, or swimming pools.
Examples:
Turkish bathhouse. A public bathhouse. After a long day of work, she went to the bathhouse to relax in the sauna and hot tub.
Sculpture.
The art of creating three-dimensional objects or forms, typically by carving, modeling, or casting in a variety of materials such as stone, wood, metal, or clay.
Examples:
Create sculpture. Abstract sculpture. The ancient Greek sculptures are known for their realism and attention to detail.
Lifelike.
Resembling or appearing similar to something alive or real, often realistically or vividly, convincing or authentic in appearance or behavior.
Examples:
Lifelike painting. Lifelike animation. The artist created a lifelike sculpture of a famous politician for the town square.
Herculean.
Requiring great strength, effort, or endurance, of or relating to the legendary strength of the ancient Greek hero Hercules.
Examples:
Herculean effort. Make Herculean progress. Completing this project in such a short amount of time will be a Herculean task.
Celebrated.
Renowned for possessing admirable attributes.
Examples:
Celebrated artist. Celebrated paper. 3 celebrated tenors performed during the president's inauguration.
Egotistical.
Having an inflated view of one's abilities or importance, thinking only about yourself.
Examples:
Egotistical person. Egotistical behavior. He had an egotistical attitude and always wanted to be the center of attention.
Jealousy.
A feeling of resentment or bitterness towards someone because they have something that you desire.
Examples:
Jealousy feeling towards another person. Burn with jealousy. His jealousy of his brother's success caused a rift in their relationship.
Nephew.
A son of your brother or sister.
Examples:
3-year-old nephew. Nieces and nephews. My nephew is 8 months old and still being breastfed. The crime of killing somebody intentionally.
Examples:
Murder in the second degree. Attempted murder. This intriguing murder mystery remains unsolved.
Banish.
To send away or exile, especially permanently or as a punishment, to ban or prohibit.
Examples:
Banish all terrors. Banish my wrinkles. The queen banished the traitor from the kingdom.
Reputation.
The general opinion that people have about someone or something, especially when this is based on their previous experiences or behaviors.
Examples:
Reputation risk. Cloud his reputation. She has a good reputation for being one of the best chefs in the city.
Palace.
The residence of a high-ranking official, such as a king, queen, etc.
Examples:
A palace garden. Ancestral palace. The imperial palace is currently undergoing reforms.
Advisor.
A person who gives advice about a particular subject.
Examples:
A medical advisor. Chief advisor. After retiring, he continued to be an advisor to politicians.
Boundary.
A real or imaginary line that marks the limit or extent of something and separates it from other things or places.
Examples:
Geographical boundary. The boundary between reality and fantasy. He wandered the boundary between life and death by gunfire.
Mechanical.
Operated by a machine, relating to or concerned with machinery or tools.
Examples:
A mechanical style of writing. The influence of mechanical action. A mechanical engineer is still in demand in many companies.
Animate.
To make something full of interest and energy.
Examples:
Animate the body. Animate his soul. The positive attitude of the supervisor animated the discussion.
Toy.
A thing, typically a small model or replica of something that is played with, especially by children.
Examples:
Toy store. Toy box. He gave his daughter a new toy for her birthday.
Mast.
A long pole aboard a boat or ship that holds up the sails.
Examples:
Mast height. Built up mast. The main cabin is located in front of the mast.
Curse.
A rude or offensive word or an expression that is not polite and shows that you are very angry.
Examples:
Under a curse. Few curse words. Many autocratic policies became a curse for that country's economy.
Bull.
A male bovine animal, an investor who has a positive outlook on the market or a particular investment and buys with the expectation of prices increasing.
Examples:
Bull market, bullfighter. The farmer raised a bull on his ranch for breeding purposes.
Seduce.
To entice someone to engage in sexual behavior, or to enter into a romantic relationship.
Examples:
Seduce him into crime. Seduce her mind. He tried to seduce her with his charm and good looks.
Characteristic.
A typical feature or quality that can identify, tell apart, or describe something or somebody.
Examples:
Stripes characteristic of the zebra. My friend's characteristic laugh. Bananas have their characteristic taste and odor.
Audacity.
Boldness or daring, especially when it is foolhardy or reckless.
Examples:
Audacity of hope. Act of audacity. His audacity in stealing the painting matched his foolishness in getting caught.
Construct.
To build or create something, to assemble or combine different parts to form something whole.
Examples:
Construct a 3D image. Construct a dam. He constructs hypotheses that no mathematician has ever imagined before.
Hollow.
Having a hole, empty space inside, or indentation on the surface.
Examples:
Have hollow legs. Hollow sound. The tree had a hollow trunk, which made it easy for animals to take shelter inside.
Cow.
A domesticated mammal with characteristic features such as a hump, large udders, and curved horns that is raised for its milk or meat.
Examples:
Cowherd. Dairy cow. The farmer milked the cows every morning before breakfast.
Realistic.
Having or showing a sensible and practical idea that is possible to achieve.
Examples:
A realistic goal. A realistic goal. That story was so realistic, and it was scary.
Conceive.
To have or develop an idea, a plan, etc. in mind, to become pregnant.
Examples:
Conceive of an idea. Conceive a child. I can't conceive he'd want to harm us.
Minotaur.
In Greek mythology, a creature with the head of a bull and the body of a man is depicted as inhabiting a labyrinth on the island of Crete.
Examples:
Defeating the Minotaur. Labyrinth of the Minotaur. The ancient Greek myth tells the tale of the Minotaur, a half-man and half-bull creature.
Enrage.
To make someone extremely angry.
Examples:
Enrage the international community. Enrage critics. The news of the betrayal enraged him.
Blame.
To think or say that someone or something did something wrong or is responsible for something bad.
Examples:
Blame circumstances for the failure. Blame the lack of knowledge. We blamed our impeded progress on lack of money.
Horrible.
Extremely unpleasant or bad, causing fear or disgust.
Examples:
Horrible accident. Horrible smell. The experience was horrible and left a lasting impression.
Perversion.
The distortion or corruption of something, typically a natural or normal phenomenon or behavior, into something abnormal, unnatural, or immoral, a sexual behavior or interest that deviates from societal norms or expectations.
Examples:
Sexual perversion. Mental perversion. The investigation uncovered a disturbing perversion of justice within the police department.
Inescapable.
Impossible to avoid or evade.
Examples:
Inescapable fate. An inescapable position. The consequences of his actions were inescapable, and he had to face the consequences.
Labyrinth.
A complicated network of paths or passages, often with twists and turns, making it difficult to find one's way out.
Examples:
A labyrinth of relationships. Labyrinthine pathways. It was easy to get lost in the labyrinth of narrow alleyways in the old city.
Beneath.
In or to a lower place than someone or something.
Examples:
The ground beneath my feet. Beneath contempt. A great stretch of the lake lay beneath them.
Imprison.
To confine a person to a prison, a detention facility, or a place of involuntary confinement.
Examples:
Imprison a legal immigrant. Imprison myself within the room. He was imprisoned for embezzlement.
Tower.
A structure that is exceptionally high in proportion to its width and either forms part of a building or stands alone.
Examples:
A bell tower. The tower on a cliff. She is a tower of strength for our team in trouble.
Observe.
To watch or notice something carefully, often to gather information or insights, to take note of something or someone, to celebrate or commemorate a special event or occasion.
Examples:
Observe a tradition. Observe wildlife. It is important to observe safety procedures in the workplace to prevent accidents.
Flock.
A gathering of sheep, goats, or birds.
Examples:
Flock of sheep. Flock of spectator. When a flock of birds flies in, the hunt begins.
Perch.
To sit, stand, or rest on something, particularly a narrow or elevated surface, to position oneself confidently or dominantly, to place something in a high or elevated position. Noun, a branch or other elevated place where a bird can rest or roost.
Examples:
Perch on a ledge. Perch of a bird of prey. The bird perched on the branch, watching the world below.
Giant.
Extremely big, much bigger or more important than similar items usually are.
Examples:
Giant trees. Giant tech company. The giant jets that gradually dominate the world's airlines.
Strap.
A long, narrow strip or belt of leather, fabric, or another material used for binding, fastening, or supporting something or someone. A band or string that attaches one object to another, often used to secure items during transport.
Examples:
Leather strap. Camera strap. The athlete tightened the strap on his running shoes before the race.
Dampen.
To make something wet or moist, to reduce the intensity or impact of something, such as a feeling, sound, or movement.
Examples:
Dampen the sound. Dampen the enthusiasm. The rain helped dampen the flames of the campfire.
Melt.
To turn from something solid into something soft or liquid as a result of heating.
Examples:
Melt the ice. Melt down gold. Her resistance melted under his persuasion.
Disintegrate.
Break or cause to break into small fragments.
Examples:
Disintegrate in an explosion. Disintegrate over time. The vase disintegrated into pieces when it fell to the ground.
Instruction.
Detailed direction, order, etc. on how to do or use something.
Examples:
Individual instruction. Follow his instructions. They needed further instruction to perform their duties efficiently.
Leap.
To jump or spring into the air, often with the feet leaving the ground or a surface below, to move quickly or suddenly, often forward or upward.
Examples:
Leap to a conclusion. Leap of faith. The athlete was able to leap over the hurdle with ease.
Midway.
In the middle of a process or journey, halfway between 2 points or stages.
Examples:
Midway between our houses. Midway through the flight. We stopped at a restaurant midway through our road trip for lunch.
Overwhelm.
To defeat someone or something by using a great deal of force, to have a strong emotional effect on somebody.
Examples.
He was overwhelmed with gratitude. Overwhelm opponents by numbers. Too much variety may overwhelm and confuse viewers.
Ecstasy.
A state of overwhelming happiness, joy, or pleasure, an emotional or mental state of intense feelings of delight or happiness that is often accompanied by intense physical sensations.
Examples.
Ecstasy pills. State of ecstasy. She danced with ecstasy as her favorite band played their hit song.
Flee.
To leave by running away, especially out of fear or danger.
Examples.
Flee their homes. Flee abroad. It is a basic instinct to flee from a dangerous situation.
Overcome.
To succeed in controlling or dealing with something, such as a problem or difficulty, to defeat or overwhelm someone.
Examples.
Overcome opponents. Overcome all difficulties. He tried to overcome a bad reputation and win the election.
Divine.
Of, from, or like a god, holy or sacred.
Examples.
Divine intervention. Divine grace. The view from the mountaintop was truly divine.
Horror.
Intense fear or disgust, especially at something shocking or terrifying.
Examples.
Horror movie. Horror-struck look. The stories of war crimes filled her with horror.
Ascend.
To go or move upward, to become king or queen, to inherit something, such as a power.
Examples.
Ascend the ladder. Ascend to power. The plane began to ascend into the sky.
Powerless.
Lacking power, strength, or authority, unable to act or effect change.
Examples.
Powerless position. Powerless in the organization. During the hurricane, we felt powerless against the winds and rain.
Dire.
Extremely serious or urgent, critical, grave, or disastrous.
Examples.
Suffer dire poverty. Dire situation. The dire economic straits called for immediate action.
Consequence.
The outcome of a particular action or event, especially relative to an individual.
Examples.
Unintended consequences. The consequence of an argument. These economic activities had disastrous environmental consequences.
Ego.
A consciousness of your own identity, a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance, especially inflated one.
Examples:
Ego defense mechanisms. National ego. She was constantly trying to boost her ego by talking about her accomplishments.
Hubris.
Excessive pride, arrogance, or overconfidence, often leading to someone's downfall or ruin.
Examples:
Political hubris. Hubris in business. The athlete's hubris resulted in him underestimating his competition and losing the game.
Departure.
The act of leaving, especially to start a journey.
Examples:
Departure from tradition. Departure from the company. The departure time for the flight is 6 a.m.
Moderation.
The state or quality of being moderate, balanced, or restrained, especially in one's behavior, habits, or thinking, avoiding excess or extremes.
Examples:
Excessive moderation. Moderation in all things. Overindulging in sweets can lead to health problems, but enjoying them in moderation may be acceptable.
Regret.
To feel sad, repentant, or disappointed over something you have done or something you have not been able to do.
Examples:
Regret a decision. Regret being so careless. I regret to say that you did not gain admission to the university.